Imagine writing software stopped being, mostly, writing lines of code. Imagine your real job became defining intent, framing context, and deciding whether a change has earned its place. Claude Code opens a question that is both educational and professional. When the collaborator no longer just completes text but reads files, searches a code base, edits, runs commands, and sustains a long working session, what does it actually mean to program? The center of gravity moves. The thesis of this video is direct. Claude Code should not be read as a smarter autocomplete. It is a new interface for technical direction. Its value is not only producing code, but forcing us to state work more clearly, more verifiably, and more responsibly than before. For decades, learning to program meant mastering syntax, data structures, libraries, debugging, and architecture. All of that still matters, but agentic AI shifts what expertise means. The expert is now the one who turns an ambiguous problem into actions a system can run without losing the project's judgment. Three concepts carry the argument. Context. The agent works better inside a prepared environment of conventions, rules, tests, and memory. Control delegation. Machines may act, but only inside observable limits, with permissions, small diffs, and reversibility. Orchestration. Skills, subagents, hooks, and MCP as instruments of governance. There is a doctoral hypothesis underneath. Programming with agents moves literacy away from direct writing and toward the direction of socio-technical systems. Knowing what to ask is no longer enough. You must structure work, validate outputs, distribute context, and keep human authorship over decisions a machine partly executed. The risks are real and must be named. Fluency without truth. The agent explains with confidence what it has not yet proven. Speed without architecture. Many fast changes erode coherence. Cognitive dependency. Accepting a solution you do not understand. The new discipline is not obeying the agent but auditing it. This is why the book is called The Definitive Guide. 12 courses do not exist to replace the developer. They train a new way of working. More contextual, more auditable, more collaborative, and more demanding. The full book is on Amazon, and the purchase link sits in the video description below. Topic: development. The opening question. What does programming mean when the agent acts, not just types? Claude Code reads files, searches a code base, edits, runs commands, and sustains long sessions. The collaborator stopped completing text and started acting on the project. Key concepts: read, search, edit, run, sustain. The underlying idea is, the center of gravity moves. Central thesis. This is an interface for direction, not smarter autocomplete. Claude Code's value is not only producing code, it forces us to state work more clearly, more verifiably, and more responsibly than we did before. Key concepts: intent, context, limits, evidence, decision. The underlying idea is, clarity becomes the real deliverable. Its value is not the code, it is the clarity it demands of you. The old center, syntax still matters, but it is no longer the core skill. Data structures, debugging, architecture, all still real. Yet expertise now means turning an ambiguous problem into actions a system can run without losing judgment. Key concepts: syntax, structures, debugging, architecture, framing. The underlying idea is, the hard part moved upstream. Beginner versus adult. Fix this and a framed request are different epistemologies. A beginner says fix this. An adult says inspect this path. Find the cause. Touch no other module. Run the tests. Show evidence. Name the residual risk. Key concepts: scope, cause, constraint, proof, risk. The underlying idea is, how we define a task defines the result. First concept. Context is the prepared environment where the agent thinks. Conventions, project rules, examples, tests, docs, and memory cut improvisation. It is the old idea of the prepared environment, moved into software. Key concepts: conventions, rules, examples, tests, memory. The underlying idea is, you organize the place it reasons in. Second concept. Delegation is a frame for action, not a handover of duty. The machine may act, but inside observable limits. Permissions, small diffs, automated tests, the power to revert. The adult question is what evidence proves it correct. Key concepts: permissions, diffs, tests, revert, review. The underlying idea is, control is what makes trust rational. Third concept: skills, subagents. Hooks and MCP are instruments of governance. A skill turns repeatable knowledge into procedure. A subagent separates exploration from implementation. A hook adds deterministic control. MCP connects tools and raises the bar for judgment. Key concepts: skills, subagents, hooks, MCP, plugins. The underlying idea is, these are not ornaments, they are policy. The deeper claim: literacy moves from writing code to directing systems. Knowing what to ask is no longer enough. You must structure work, validate outputs, distribute context, and keep human authorship over decisions a machine partly executed. Key concepts: structure, validate, distribute, detect, own. The underlying idea is, direction over dictation. The real risks: fluency without truth, speed without architecture, dependency. The agent can explain with confidence what it never tested. Fast changes can erode coherence. Accepting a solution you do not understand is the quiet failure. Key concepts: fluency, speed, dependency, coherence, scrutiny. The underlying idea is, the new skill is auditing, not obeying. Speed is not understanding, and confidence is not proof. The good user: mastery is knowing when to stop and ask for evidence. The strong user is not the one who gets more code per minute. It is the one who reads the diff, runs the tests, compares alternatives, and decides. Key concepts: pause, evidence, diff, compare, decide. The underlying idea is, training is raised, not removed. Synthesis: the line ahead runs between directors and consumers of results. The split is not humans who code versus machines that code. It is those who can direct agents and explain why a change is correct, versus those who only say the AI did it. Key concepts: context, delegation, orchestrate, evidence, direction. The underlying idea is, learn to direct, never stop verifying. An agent that never sleeps demands a professional who never stops verifying. If you want to go deeper, the book Claude Code, The Definitive Guide, 12 Courses to Program with an Agent That Never Sleeps is now available on Amazon. The purchase link is in the description.